Love that music, man. Producer Jesse always seems to come through with some good, cool, smooth jam. Yeah. Hey, welcome. I keep saying Monday. We're going to Wednesdays.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. I don't even know what today's date is.
It's the 10th.
Who-bone?
The 10th.
July 10th, 2019. It is, we're modifying a few things around here in the studio for my particular show. Well, it's going to be our particular show. So I'm going to be joined, hopefully on a regular basis. Very good friend who's I guess, people confuse us as brothers. We seem to have the same, I think we have the same type of personality with people. AJ, the Who-bone, Hoover, he's been on the show before. He's actually a general contractor. He's owner-operator of Beaumont Builders here locally in Brevard County, where you get the best job. Yes, right, the best job. And you know what? You don't always get the best job with the best price. Sometimes, you got to find that happy medium where, it's an affordable price, but you got to, because there's so many different nightmares with contractors. They all come in, like car salesmen. They promise you the world, right?
That's it.
And they never follow through. They get that first check, and then, the job starts slowing down, and customers get pissed, and then sometimes they disappear. And then you got, money in the kitty, and you have no damn workers, no contractors, and make excuses after excuses after excuses. So AJ is a very business-oriented, business-conscious person. He's, like I said, he's got a great personality. He's come from, working for people to branched off to his own company, and he's doing rather well in this county. And so if anybody needs any contracting needs, questions, you can always ask. If it's you have a current situation going on now at your home, you're building, you have somebody there at your house that's trying to solicit work. You're looking for work, and they're offering all kinds of stuff. Chime in. You can call in. You can call. I don't know if you can call in, but I don't know.
Call in, text in.
Yeah, text in, message in. We got a lot of knowledge here. If you want to know about certain types of the law, I have the resources for that. Network and other things. I have a man behind the curtain, and that's the producer Jesse. So we got in the studio, we have the producer Jesse, we got the Who-bone, and we got the Vin Man. So I want to welcome everybody to the show. AJ missed last week.
I did.
I think it was my fault because I just assumed that he wasn't going to be available, and I think I did it on a. Did I do it on a Wednesday?
I think it was a Monday last.
A Monday. I think I was. I think something happened. I think I was going. Yeah, something was going on in my personal space, and I think I had to do it on a Monday.
I worked late, so.
But how things going, AJ?
Going good, going well.
Okay,
so doing good. Yeah, how's it going with you?
Things are going well, man. I'm planning on going on vacation this week. I'm taking my son on a cruise.
Retired guys, huh?
Yeah, retired life. Yo ho ho ho, retired life for me. So yeah, but we're taking a cruise out this weekend. And then I have another one planned. So did you see? And I just wanted to people who follow my Facebook, my personal Facebook. I finally made the purchase of my vehicle, and I was just out there showing producer Jesse and the Who-bone the vehicle, and I think
sweet.
It's rather nice. And I will be launching a executive. I want to say executive. It's human being transport
shuttle service.
So I don't want people
airport.
to think that they're excluded because they're not an executive. But it's going to be launched probably here in the next week or two. I got to get done with some vacations so I can devote my time to it. I'll be offering basically it's a S550. I'll put it on my page, and you guys can see what it looks like. And then I'll be advertising and the price list. But it'll be my motto is safe, discreet, and secure. It's not going to be it's considered a limo. It's not a limousine.
Like an Uber, like a
no,
upscale Uber?
No, I'm not going to do Uber. I'm not going to do Uber. It's just going to be a private vehicle for hire. And it's so it's going to be called Q Limo. It's going to be simple.
Nice.
It is, and the definition of a limo is any vehicle. Doesn't have to be an 8-passenger or a 6-passenger. It's any vehicle that has a chauffeur driving the car. So it could be a Hyundai.
So you will take me to the airport if I call
Absolutely,
you out?
absolutely.
Okay.
I will take
I
you
was
to the
just
airport, pick
joking,
you
but
up.
That's great.
This vehicle, I'll tell you right now, is the flagship of the Mercedes-Benz. It is the S550. I wanted black initially, but the longer I waited and tried to have people help me find a car, these useless fucking people who they don't want to do shit for you. You ask them, and you want to spend money, but nobody wants to make money. So I had to take matters into my own hand and did my own searching, and I decided on a white car. It's a very elegant car. It's got black interior. It is like pristine. It's a great car, very reliable. So if you ever had a car, if somebody driving you around, you're the type of car that might not be reliable. They might not speak English. We're talking about Ubers, but I have a different concept. It's going to be, I'll take a couple. I don't want a shuttle. I don't want to be a shuttle. I was going to buy an SUV. So I was kind of torn between an SUV and a sedan. So I started out with a sedan because I want to keep it very practical, and I don't want to lug luggage bags, but I'll take a couple. I could take, 2-3 people, probably 4. They can cram in there, 3 in the back and 1 in the front. I just can't take a shitload of luggage because, it's only got so. What am I gonna do? Break this thing? It's only gonna hold so much luggage, but definitely easy for 2, and it's definitely luxury. It's not gonna be labeled with Q limo. It's not gonna have phone numbers on it. It's gonna be a private, your vehicle, okay, your personal vehicle, with a professional driver, armed professional driver.
Nice.
Okay, so it's gonna be me, and not gonna be any no hired help. So I will be the one. Maintaining the ship, maintaining your comfort and security. So I'm also, trained in first aid and stuff. So if there's ever an anomaly in the car, I intend on installing a defibrillator in the car that you don't see, and I don't think in any of these vehicles for hire. I just don't. Well, first of all, then they got to train the employees. I'm trained. I still get remedial training. I still get my current. I keep current. So I can apply a defibrillator, which I've done numerous times in my career.
How about delivering a baby or something? If something crazy.
Yeah,
like
man.
That,
I mean, I'm not trained in that, but I mean, hey, all you got to do is just stand there and have a catcher's mitt, man. Because if it's coming, it's coming. You know what I mean? I mean, that's like if you take a dump. If it's ready to come out,
you gotta go.
You gotta go, man. You might be getting close to the toilet, but you just might not make it because, if you're gonna throw up. You can't hold it back.
That's true.
You can't tell. You can't stop a baby, and basically, you hopefully you have clean towels, which I'll keep some sanitary towels in my car, in the back.
Maybe some rubber gloves. Or...
Well, I'm not getting that. Well, I do have in my first aid kit.
There you go.
I have a very advanced, close to a trauma type kit in the car. So if anybody is out there that's going to be needing service, airport, cruise ship, if you need a night out. If you want to go to a show and you want to go in style and you want to be driven in first class, in a first class vehicle that's not advertised, so you'll get out and people won't, you'll have a chauffeur, me, who will be dressed, and they won't know who you are because it's not advertised. So everybody's going to wonder, who the hell are they?
That's sweet. You gonna wear a tux and all that?
Not a tuxedo, but I'll have a black suit. I'll have a black suit with a white shirt. Nice. Or maybe one time I might wear just a vest with a white shirt. Very professional. And the people who are going to be transported in the vehicle will, be like it's their car. So people might wonder, who are they? Are they superstars? Are they movie stars? Are they famous people? So I'll have different packages that I'm going to put together, and that'll be upcoming. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking to, to make a living off it. I'm just trying to have a little extra time to have a little fun and help people out and have a good conversation. And hopefully, you never know where this will go. It might branch off to where I need another vehicle. That's or a bigger vehicle. Yeah. But right now I'm just going to start off on a simple thing. So AJ, that was it enough for me. Let's move on because I'll bring more of that. AJ, we already got a hurricane or tropical storm brewing in the Gulf.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's already been named Bailey or Barry. It's moving up through the Gulf. It's already hitting the New Orleans, and they're already getting pounded, and it's already flooding in there. And I mean, they're ready to swell. So, do you prepare for this time of the year? Because if we do get a storm of some magnitude or just high winds, it seems to increase the flow of people requesting for contractors or handyman, we already discussed about handyman and the difference between handyman and a general contractor. But do you prepare yourself for this kind of season?
I mean, we're always prepared. You know, we
Right.
got our stuff together. But, yeah, people need to start preparing now, you know, getting their supplies together. And,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
So maybe what we'll do, AJ, on one of our shows, we'll have you gather some tips for people to prepare. You know, everybody waits for the news. They listen to the news and stuff. But you'll hear it right from a guy who's a general contractor who knows the weaknesses of houses and what to look for, and to do an inspection of your home, because there's, maybe climb up on your roof and look for tiles coming loose, or, shrubberies, trees that are leaning that can smash into your roof. I mean, people's ignorance and lack of preparation makes the business of the construction world busy.
Yeah, we get busy around that time, especially afterwards.
Yep. So you also do do you do impact windows or stuff like that?
Sure do.
So if somebody wants to say, hey, you know what, I'm tired of putting up those goddamn shutters.
That's it.
Are they a pain? And I know people that get hurt doing those freaking things,
Yeah,
man.
you can.
So I would say, if you're looking at, maybe upgrading your home, which will add value to your home if you put impact windows, because you'll be like, there's not too many on the block that have them, but you'll be the one that has no damn windows covered, and people will be looking at, look at this ass, he ain't got his windows covered. But you know what? I mean, they're graded for like a category, like 140, 50 mile an hour winds, So if anybody's looking for anything like that is maybe wanting to upgrade their home into impact windows, if you're out there, check out Beaumont Builders, man. So, AJ, what else is going on with you, man? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks, man.
Just working a lot,
Yeah.
So.
How's the fam?
Good.
Fam's doing good. So I was looking at some stuff that's going on in this county. See the new law that's just passed, the no texting law. Great, well overdue, way overdue for the texting. So right as of now, it's only a $30 fine, but it's moving up. I think in October it'll jump up to like a non-moving violation of about $119. I think they are for a non-moving. And then I think there's like an escalation if you have one offense, two offenses, or I think it's going to be tough for these millennials to get a grip on not texting and driving.
I saw a guy driving today with both hands on his cell phone, and he's driving with his knees, and he was flying by me. Yeah, you can't. I'm telling you, man, you can't react. I mean, I've caught myself looking to the left, and holy shit, it's like a car is stopping in front of you, and added distraction of texting is just. It's been documented. There's been fatalities, numerous fatalities over people texting and driving. Well, I've noticed myself putting the phone down, since that law started. So it's helping, I think, already. Yeah, they make some of these. I think you could program your car into to stopping it from receiving a text. I know a guy that I know. I sent him a text and it says something about driving cars. I'm driving a car, can't answer. Something like that. I mean, they need to do that, man, because it's, people they're FaceTiming, they're Snapchatting, they're taking pictures of themselves while they're fucking driving. It's out of control, man. And I'm telling you right now, I'm sure the window tint companies are going to start increasing in their business, because people are going to want dark tinted windows so the coppers can't see inside the car. So, excuse me, I had a couple bites of pretzels. So speaking of coppers, there was a news article, and this all shit happens in Florida, man. Florida's out of control. Always. All the good news stories happen in Florida. In Wildwood, Florida, there were some off-duty deputies who were looking to buy a jet skis. So they answered an ad. I'm looking at it here. So it was either like Craigslist or something. So they go there to buy this thing. And the guy that was there, it was like a fucking reversal. He tried robbing him. Oh, man.
Well, he got a gun. These two guys are off-duty cops. They had guns and shooting the guy.
Wow.
I'm like, holy shit, man. And then they had another incident where a fake cop pulled over a real cop, and then he was asking the real cop's going like, well, where's your credentials? He goes, I left them at the office. And on. They went round and round. They ended up getting arrested for impersonating a police officer. I'm telling you, these fucking people are...
People are dumb.
Huh?
People are dumb.
What's that, Jess? Is that the train? Oh, we got the train rattling the building. We got the 725 railroad coming through. You got anything? You heard anything strange lately, AJ? Nothing coming up that you've experienced lately that pisses you off?
Oh, there's a lot that's pissing me off lately.
Now, without getting into details of stuff, I hate motherfuckers. Okay, the internet is the most powerful tool in the world, and I'm talking like these reviews that you can put on people. Am I right? That you can put on people, and they're not true. They are fucking crazy. They can bash your business. They can bash you. They can do all this stuff and not be held accountable.
Yeah, I got that going on right now.
Yeah, so I mean, it's insane, man. And people try to, they want a value of some sort to stop doing it. I mean, I had a guy one time lose his phone. They tracked his phone. They called the phone. A guy answered it. He says, "Hey, man, you got my phone?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Give me $100 and I'll bring it back to you." That's extortion. You can't do. That's a crime. Okay. Now it's a theft because he's refusing to return the phone. Then you added another charge of extortion. Those kind of people I like to step on like a cigarette butt, man. Mm-hmm. They are fucking. I can't stand people like that. And you want to know who else I can't stand, AJ? Is I can't stand these goddamn companies that promote nonsense. And that company is fucking YouTube. Okay, we all seen this thing going on now with the ice cream liquor. Okay, the girl who goes on camera and licks the ice cream and then puts it back and yells, I don't know what she yells or whatever. And then they put it on YouTube. And she's gone rampant. They ended up catching her finally. Okay, but YouTube endorses it. They don't endorse it, but they don't stop it. Okay, so this girl's committing a crime because that's a crime. If you go in the store and you eat something in the store and you put it back, you're depriving them of their goods, and so you can be arrested for theft. So you got the girl doing the ice cream, then you got the jackass doing the Listerine.
Yeah,
you see that one?
That, yeah.
Open the Listerine bottle, drinking it, gargling, spitting it back in the bottle, sealing it, put it back on the shelf. And he's got millions of hits on YouTube. So he's making money off it. Okay? And YouTube is allowing that. YouTube should cut that shit out. But you know what? People are just curious and they want to get on there and look. I think it's insane. It's freaking insane that they're allowing this. And then they had cops guarding a store. I don't know if it was true or what, but they were guarding a store where the Bluebell ice cream was, looking for the goddamn ice cream liquor. Like she's going to show up with that. I think it might have been a made up, staged thing. Two cops standing in front of the Bluebell ice cream case. But also we were talking about and another thing in Florida, in Clay County, a suspect was hiding in the woods, and they had the sheriff's canine out there trying to find this guy. I don't know what he did, but he gave up his location by making a loud fart, which gave up his location. They found him because he farted really loud. Is that, that is crazy. That is, I think it was in Florida, Clay County Sheriff's Office over the weekend. Yeah, I guess that's Liberty Police. I guess so. It was here in Florida. Fox. Maybe it was somewhere else, but still, a guy laying a loud fart in the thing. But that was kind of wild. Oh yeah. So I tell you, some of these criminals are jackasses, and they need to be punished for their stupidness. But also, did you see a tragic event that happened a couple weeks ago, where the girl was scuba diving or snorkeling with her family over in Rose Island in Bahamas?
No.
Oh, there's some, I don't like talking about bad stuff, but hey man, we're Talk Soup. We talk about everything here. Good, bad, and everything else. So, but this girl was snorkeling, a college girl from California was snorkeling their family vacation. And they went to this island, and it's a private island, and they have a company there that offers snorkeling tours. And all these things they do, you sign your life away. They're not responsible for X, Y, and Z. So basically, which I think is very disputable in a court of law. I mean, that piece of paper you sign, I don't think that holds any weight when it comes to. So they're out there snorkeling, and I guess the mother and daughter out there snorkeling in one location. Somehow the father saw these sharks swimming by him, so he's yelling for him. Hey, get out of the water, sharks. Well, apparently the mother heard, and the daughter didn't, and the sharks just grabbed this girl and just mauled her to death. I mean, they ripped her arm off. It was just terrible, horrible scene. They got her to the shore. She was pronounced dead at the hospital, and now the family had just now spoken up, and it's tragic. And they were saying that the resort, the tour guide, could have prevented it. You know, they didn't offer any kind of shark watchers. I mean, I know it is a big ocean, but it is a a territory that they basically, it's their land. Yeah, but still, it's tragic. You know, so they're blaming the resort for not, or the company for not. And they said they did everything within their policy that they had to do. They said they yelled for her to come in. They did what they had to do. According to the family, they didn't even provide any first aid. The company, you know, they had no measures to do it. So I hope they, you know, if that's the case and that company is negligent in any way, I mean, that's a tragic loss. The girl was like 21 years old. So very, very tragic. Also, another one while we're on that, and it's for tourism, you know. Did you see, you don't watch much news or nothing like that, are you?
No.
Over the weekend, Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas was in Puerto Rico, getting ready to sail off on a 7-day cruise. There was a family on the deck, or on the 11th deck, which is the pool deck.
Oh, yeah.
And on the pool deck, on the sides, there's these windows, you know. And some of them move to open, you know. Some of them slide open like a sliding door. But they're, if I were to be standing on it, you got a rail in front of it, and then so you'd have to really manipulate to get to that opening to go overboard. But apparently, there was a 18-month-old girl who was on with the family. The guy was an Indiana police officer. To some people, it doesn't matter. Why do they say he was an Indiana? You know, it's just the brotherhood. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just a brotherhood that we all mourn. You know, when you're in law enforcement, you have a different. It's like anything. The military, you guys we have a brotherhood. So we look out for each other, and it hits home when it's a fellow law enforcement officer. Well, apparently the grandfather was holding the baby, and somehow, I don't know if he, there's so many different stories, but some people were saying he was dangling it out of the window. That's completely false. That is absurd. I think, and then somebody said that they didn't know, the grandfather didn't know that window was open. But anyways, the baby fell from the 11th deck down onto the pier. And that was just completely tragic. So I'm getting cued in by the train and by producer Jesse with his finger in the air, telling me we got 1 minute to break. So we're halfway through the show. We're going to get AJ going here. We're going to get his ass. We're going to pick his brain about some stuff. So stay tuned. Stay alive with us on the Vinnie Marino podcast. If you're live right now, welcome aboard. And be back in just a couple minutes.
Hello, America. We are Ruthless Politics, Vladimir Putin's favorite podcast.
Hello, American podcast listeners. I am Vladimir Putin. I like this podcast. I like this guy Trees. Kid Groening, not so much.
Tune in every Tuesday for Ruthless Politics podcast, live from Moscow. Just kidding, folks. Live from the Space Coast Podcast Studios in sunny Florida.
No, but for real, every Tuesday, check it out. And you could see it on the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Twitter and Instagram. You're listening to Space Coast Podcast, home of the greatest podcasts on the Space Coast. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor or having your own show, email us at spacecoastpodcast@hotmail.com. Space Coast Podcast. Talk hard!
Hey. Make sure you check out Space Cowboy Justice with your hosts, Blake Stewart and Paul Daly. We're going to be talking about interesting legal issues in the entertainment industry and everything geek. If you're into Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, comic books, we're talking about it. Coming at you from the Space Coast Podcast Studios.
Hey, for all of yous that are on the road by chance, if you just happen to be listening, I'm looking at a live feed from that's a tanker truck jackknifed on State Road 528. So it is all fucking backed up, and it looks like I can't tell if it's northbound, southbound, but it's right at the well, it's not rush hour, but it is blocking 95. Looks like they're down to one lane, and that is insane. Hey, you know what? I saw prior to leaving the house, I saw on the news that some guy climbed over the security rails or whatever at Niagara Falls and fucking fell 180 feet down the falls and survived.
Now he wants to sue.
Survived. Yeah, he's going to sue them. Survived. So
that's too bad. That's too bad for him that he did survive.
Oh, yeah. Hey, do you, producer Jesse? I don't know about AJ. AJ seems like he's a Wawa guy, but are you a Starbucks guy? No. I'm done with Starbucks, man. Do you do Starbucks?
Yeah, I do Starbucks once in a while. I mean, it's not a daily routine.
I mean, what pisses me off is, I've never met a person that works in Starbucks that's got a set of nuts. You know what I mean? Like a tough guy. There are these, these weird, fruit flakes, for men. They wear like Waldo hats, and they're fucking, they're not masculine, may I say. And they had this one in, where the hell was it that they did that, Jesse, where they asked six cops were in there. Tempe, Arizona, okay. These 6 cops were preparing their shift, okay? So they go into this, Starbucks. Probably they did it all the time. And they're standing, they ordered their coffee, they had their drinks, they're sitting there sipping their coffee, talking about, hey, what are we going to do today, right? And then all of a sudden, this mild-mannered barista, I don't know what the fuck a barista is, they're just a fucking coffee server. In my opinion, they want to make, the French fry specialist or a fucking McDonald's worker, okay? Asked them politely. They're very polite, excuse me. But they asked if they can move out of the site. Okay, they didn't tell them to leave, but they said move out of the sight of the customer or leave because you're upsetting the person because they feel unsafe. What in the frickin' God's creation is going on with these people these days? So the cops... I would have said, you know what, go fuck yourself. Yeah. I would have said, you know what, I'm not leaving anywhere. And I would have probably got in trouble, but I wouldn't have left. I would have said, you know what, make that person leave. So, but because people are so afraid of offending anything, so these guys left. And they made a stink, and now they're boycotting Starbucks. They were putting out stuff, and then apparently, of course, when it becomes a huge issue and everybody's starting to boycott, and they're you don't fuck with the police, man, or something they didn't. They're just being normal citizens. Eventually, we knew Starbucks corporate, their CEOs were going to come out and with this big apology and shit, and they did. We don't condone that, and that's very,
we support law enforcement.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, they don't, I understand they don't support the military, from what I hear. And they are, and they had that one incident where law enforcement in some area arrested a patron in Starbucks for something. I guess he was causing a, whatever. The cops arrested him and offended Starbucks. Starbucks was really upset about it and stuff. So that's when this whole thing started, or with cops in Starbucks. So, apparently, the Tempe police, people involved, and some of the senior staff had a meeting, actually met with Starbucks corporate people, and apparently the cops left the meeting with a good thought, apparently so they probably offered them, all the fucking coffee they could drink for the next 5 years. But you know what? I can't imagine people. I mean, I want to know what they did to the barista. What'd they do to that person? Oh, we're going to give them sensitivity. Well, they're already sensitive-looking fuckers anyways. I mean, Jesus Christ, they got fucking piercings. They got weird hairdos. They're fucking, I don't know, man.
What were the cops doing at Starbucks anyways? Aren't they more Dunkin' Donuts guys? Dunkin'? No.
Well, that's a myth. And because you know why they did that? Because Dunkin' was the only thing that was open all night long. So where'd the cops go? They went to Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, so you can't. They go wherever there's availability if they're working night shift. So people used to say, oh, cops are always at Dunkin' Donuts. How the trend with Dunkin' with donuts started, I think because those donut shops were open early in the morning and late at night or overnight. So cops were seen frequenting there because there's nothing else open. So, and you know what? For the most part, cops don't eat donuts. That was an old era, and they will eat donuts. Anything they'll eat that you give it to them. But, I mean, it's so sad that cops now, when they go through places, and this is not the first time, it's not just Starbucks, but you hear of other fast food chains and restaurants. Tell them they're not going to serve them because they're a cop. I mean, God.
That's our whole society these days. I mean, they have no respect for law enforcement, no respect for their elders, No,
so man.
This country's got to wake up and see this is going on,
Yeah. I mean, it's and all we're doing was giving these fuckers pacifiers, and we're allowing them to continue this crazy behavior. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. It's going to even get worse, AJ, when the election starts ramping up, and when they start narrowing down who's going to be the Democratic candidate, which I have no idea now. It's some Texas or some, I don't know if he's from Texas, some billionaire guy, this big Democrat activist. Yeah, he put his name in the hat now. I can't remember what his name was. But, add him to the list. Now they got like 27, 28 people, which I think is absurd. I mean, that's a ridiculous embarrassment to have that many people. And how many are running on the Republican ticket? I don't think anybody. I mean, so what does that tell you? So listen, man. I vote for what I think is right in my own opinion, and what I don't think is right in my own opinion is I don't think that the Democratic candidates all stood there in unity and raised their hand and wanted to give free health care to undocumented illegals.
That was crazy.
I think our health insurance it's so damn expensive. It'll put people in the poorhouse. The way you're better off going to pay cash.
How about the one guy who's going to give everybody $1,000 a month just for doing nothing?
Who the hell is that?
It was a Chinese-looking guy.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. They'll say anything to get people to vote for him. And Bernie Sanders, he wants, crazy Bernie, he wants to give free college. He wants to wipe away everybody's college debt. Who's paying for it? Oh, man, I'll tell you. So, yeah, I don't go to Starbucks anymore. Their coffee sucks. I like Wawa. Wawa's,
yeah.
And the area where we live in here, I mean, we're local here in Brevard County, so a lot of our stuff is going to be geared towards our county because it's our county. If I lived in New York, I'd be talking about New York shit. But, we talk a lot of shit, and our area is definitely up and coming, AJ. You see the new construction that's being developed at Vieira and Stadium Parkway. They're building a Wawa there. They're going to put a Chick-fil-A, which is puzzling to me because people flock that joint like they must put cocaine or something in their food to make people keep wanting to go there. They're fucking lined up. I'm telling you, they're lined up and drive-thrus and lines it's like they're giving away golden sandwiches. It's a fucking chicken sandwich, man. It's a chicken sandwich. And you don't even get that many fries in the container because they give you these big. So they're making money on you because they don't put as many fries in your tub as McDonald's does because Chick-fil-A, they have them big giant waffle fries. And you'll get one of them big waffle fries that'll take up like fucking half your container. So you'll get maybe 6 waffle fries in a large because the fucking things are so big.
It's a good sandwich though.
It's good. And their fries are pretty good too, but I ain't waiting in a line. If you ever seen the one here in Vieira, I mean, they got like a triple drive-through. In the Merritt Island, they have 2 on the same property. They got one inside the mall and then one outside the mall.
They're both packed.
Yeah, it's got a freaking drive-through with 3 lanes. It's got fans and everything in it to keep. Oh my God, it's fucking chicken sandwich, people. I love it. You love Chick-fil-A, producer? Oh yeah. I mean, I like it, but as we get older, we got to start watching our intake. You know what I mean? But I heard that Taco Bell is rated the healthiest fast food joint. No. Yes. No. Yes. I'm talking like tacos, not the crazy gorditos and the double crunch chalupas and stuff like that. But a taco, I mean, how much could a taco have? Meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and a shell. It's probably 100 to 125 calories.
But is it beef or horse?
Beef. So we have also other restaurants that are up and coming. We got another Texas Roadhouse is going to be open over there. And then they're going to have another Mr. Car Wash, which I can't stand those fuckers. But maybe, just maybe, this one will be better than the one that I bash because they completely suck. And maybe they'll come up with some more high-tech equipment that will clean your car as you exit the tunnel. Not when you get out of the tunnel, you got to dry it. Because then if you get out and it's hot, it spots up your car because there's soap all over it. It's a goddamn fiasco. So I'll give them a shot, Jess, when they open. And maybe they've improved because I go to Twins Car Wash. It's down here in Wickham. I just went there, they're good. They're really good. But, I mean, if Mr. Car Wash over there on Vieira Boulevard is got their shit together, I would use them. I don't know. You even go to them car washes, AJ?
No. I wash my own damn car.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Hey, man, I don't want to get sweaty. I mean, for the time it takes me to wash that car and dry it and everything else and use that damn hose water, it's like it takes me like an hour and a half. Literally. I got to take all the shit out. I got to wash it. I got to rinse it. I got to fucking put the bucket away. Then I got to dry it with a fucking towel that scratches your car. And I go through the car wash. I'm in and out of there in like fucking 3 minutes.
I just use the leaf blower.
That's a great blower. Yeah, a leaf blower does work good. I
got me a new battery operated one, the Milwaukee.
Does it work good?
Yeah.
Does it blow?
Oh yeah.
So AJ, what's today? Today's Wednesday.
It is.
How's your work week been, man? What do you got going on? What projects are you working on right now?
Crazy. We got some big remodels going. We're starting a new construction project, so we're going through permitting for that and wetland stuff. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I heard
dealing
you were
with
at
the wetland stuff.
What the wetland? What?
Yeah, you got to go through this whole.
Okay.
Jump through these hoops and.
I heard you were at the HPCA.
I was today. I saw Jesse down there.
You saw producer Jesse floating around down there.
That was pretty cool.
I don't know what he was doing over there. He was pilfering on something.
It was a free lunch.
Was it Jesse? Was it?
I paid $10.
Did you? Was it a good lunch? Was it Chick-fil-A? What was it?
Got some funky lobster rolls that were.
Chicken piccata like at a wedding. Chicken piccata.
I had some good fruit though. Did you have some fruit?
No.
Oh man.
It wasn't even hot. It was cold sandwiches.
So that's over in Melbourne, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember they used to have, because I went with my brother. They used to have these casino nights.
They had one. They just had one.
Yes, and you go there and you play and they have a lot of food and stuff. That was fun. They still do that?
Yeah.
Nice. I got to get my brother on, man. You got to talk real estate, man, because business is, I guess, it's doing pretty good for him, man. I mean, he's got a lot of things up and coming, so I'm gonna have to get my brother on here to and let him expand on what's coming up and coming in the real estate market, because I know there's, they're building, we got that USSSA stadium and they're building another hotel. I hear there's possibly rumor of that stadium in Vieira Boulevard by where the Wawa and maybe another hotel. I'm like, what the hell? So, I mean, and then I see a lot of people moving in the area that are from the SpaceX from the West Coast. They're all starting to flood in here. So that's going to, hopefully bring up the market. And I got to get my brother in here and we'll talk about real estate. And, I seen one of my comments earlier, hey, Robert Farrell, how are you, man? I hope you're doing well. And you said they do support. Chick-fil-A's, yeah, Chick-fil-A, man. As long as the cops don't wear them out, because sometimes these places, when the cops, where they eat, you can tell because the cops always eat there. So it ain't because the food is good, it's because the food is usually, we call it a haboo. And haboo stands for hook a brother up. Uh-huh. And they usually give it, or they give it, they call it, what is it called? It's free or half price. It's free or half fohab or something like that, or fun. Anyways, but Chick-fil-A is very cop friendly, military friendly. They do a lot of good for the community. I just bash them because I just can't believe people stand in line for an hour for a goddamn chicken sandwich, But where was I going with this?
People come into the area.
Oh, people come to the area. So the SpaceX plan is starting to bloom here, or boom. So the market's going to increase, and hopefully the real estate market will increase. And I'll definitely have my brother on. He can talk, his expertise. You know, AJ could talk, about building, but also my cousin's on the line up there. I was just looking up at him. He was telling me to tell my Hubone here, who's a GC, that the best floor installer is on the West Coast, and that's him, Michael Markowitz. But he's all the way over there. Unless he wants to drive over here if there's some big jobs.
It'll be a long commute.
Yeah, well, he's got place to stay over here. He's got
come on down.
He's got family here.
There's so much work right now. If you don't have a job right now, you just do not.
Are you looking for help at all or what?
Always.
Yeah,
always.
What can I do for you? Can I work for you? What would I do?
Yeah.
I would I'd like to be the finisher, man, just to walk through and say, looks good. Yeah.
Can you swing a sledgehammer?
Oh, fuck no, man. No. And if you ask me for a hammer, I'll bring you a screwdriver.
Can you drive me around all day?
I can do that. That I can do. Hey, also, I was just getting into certain things that go on around here. Is the have you seen the teachers are battling for pay raises and stuff? I mean, it's a big thing. So, obviously the board denied them. They denied their thing, and they offered them something half of what they were asking for. So the teachers now have an option to take it and get a little bit of a bump, or they can say up yours and we're going for the gusto. But there could be some consequences that they might lose if they snub the offer they give them. But that's the problem. When people try to get something that they deserve. They want to just tell you, go away. We don't. But I think if you take them fuckers all the way to the limit, they got to give them something, man, because, this county has the lowest pay for teachers. And, they're losing teachers as we're losing firefighters, as we're losing law enforcement, because they're going to other counties that are not like too far away, adjoining counties or maybe a little south, and they're going to make more money.
Yep.
I mean, how are you going to tell? Now, the teachers that have been here for a long time, they're staying. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I mean, they're here, 18, 19 years. They're already vested. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. But the young teachers, the up-and-coming rising star teachers that are really good, that are replacing these ones that are going out and retiring, they're going to go, fuck this. I can get to do the same thing and get paid more money elsewhere.
Yep. So,
and that's what people are doing these days, man. They want more money because they're doing the same job. And they say, well, the money down south is better, but the housing is more expensive. Bullshit. Man, I know the area. You get houses down there for $200,000, $300,000 in nice areas. And you want to talk about Brevard County? Because in my area, there's houses in there for $2 million.
Yeah.
And you're living on the fucking highway.
Yeah.
You're looking at I-95, and you're looking at cow fields and everything else. There's nothing. There's no water. There's nothing. There's no intercoastal. There's no ocean for $2 million. Am I right, Producer Jesse? So, don't say that, Palm Beach County is expensive. Yeah, there's expensive areas in Palm Beach County, and there's reasonable areas, just like here. There's expensive areas in Brevard County, and there's reasonable areas. It's unheard of, and anywhere in South and Palm Beach County that you can live on the ocean, okay, for less than $1 million down there. You ain't living, or on the intercoastal. Here, like Cape Canaveral area, you can live in a condo in Cape Canaveral and pay $600 a month rent and have an ocean view. Yeah, it's the truth. Yeah, that's what they say, man. Cape Canaveral, where the sewer meets the sea, man. That's. It's proven fact. So
everything's expensive right now.
Oh, and it's going to get worse if things go the way that certain politicians want. They want to give everything for free, and it's going to cost us out our ass. I wish we would just pay a little bit more of a sales tax. I wouldn't mind, and increase people's salaries. How about putting up toll booths like they used to have years ago on the highway, where all these fucking people come from Orlando, by the hundreds of thousands come from Orlando.
And trash the
hundreds of thousands. Yeah,
trash
the beaches, trash
the
everything.
Chairs.
They stay along 528. They camp out there all weekend. They leave their shit all over the place. Okay. And then all the people coming from the airport, traveling through our roads, causing damage to the roads, and going on cruise ships, okay? All these. We could make millions. I can't even tell you. Cruise ship tax. Okay? So, but when I go to Orlando, I got to pay 9 million fucking tolls just to go to Orlando. Now, they used to have tolls here a long time ago. Okay? A buddy of mine lives right there at the exit ramp were 528. And he's pissed. Hey, ain't put no fucking tolls here. It'd cost me a fortune. You know, but look at the revenue it would bring in here. As long as they would use that money for the right things instead of, padding their pockets, these politicians, man. I'm sick of that shit. So let's see who we got on. See who we got on the air here.
Julie Fox just hired Julie
Bob
Fox.
Farrell, Free Filet. Yes, that's it. Hey, Bob, I hope you're doing all right, man. Chime in. Let me know how you're doing, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're close to retirement, man. You got to be you got to be close to it, man. I've been seeing you've been doing a lot of fishing, been catching a lot of mahi. Man, that's some good-looking stuff on the I can't remember the name of your boat. I sometimes remember it. Real something or what the hell is the name of your boat? Hi, Jane Marie. How are you tonight? Nice to see you. She says real estate. Real estate is going well, apparently, for some. So, AJ, give me something that that you've done that this week that you're proud of. How's that? How's that little fucking tit? If something you've done today, this week, could be anything that you did that you're proud of.
I hired a new girl in the office. Julie Fox, she's on. What's up, Julie?
Hey, Julie.
So she's
welcome to Beaumont Builders, man. You got a great boss.
Builders.
Yeah.
So she's going to be helping in the office and out of the office. And
I can tell you this, Julie, from a man that knows AJ's demeanor, and as all people, I always tell people, like, I hired a private caregiver for my dad, paying her quite well, $20 an hour.
Yep.
Okay. So she's making like $700 a week. Okay. Independent, nice girl, very grateful. Okay. And that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want to take care of employees, so you would give them no reason to try to, screw you, basically, in layman's term. But I just ask for honesty, reliability, integrity, and just, look for the better of the business. So when you put all those
so just be a normal person then, right? I mean,
well, some people, the normalcy is they're scumbags. But, you know what I mean? Just be honest, and we'll talk about that real quick. When you hire somebody, we all want somebody that's going to be honest, because crimes of dishonesty, man, nobody wants you. If you have a past of dishonest crimes, thefts or anything like that, you can't be trusted. But so this girl that I hired for my dad, she's very grateful. I take good care of her, and I tell her all the time, don't think that because I'm very nice.
Don't take my kindness for weakness.
That's right, because I said the first time I find out that, you're not showing up on time, you're done.
See, I'm a little too lax. I'm kind of the nice guy, and
but you know when that road gets crossed.
No, I get it. Yeah.
You're able to drop the hammer on somebody if you need be?
That's what they say. Hire fast, but fire faster.
Nice. Have you ever heard of that one before, producer? He likes that. Hire fast, but fire faster.
That's it.
That is a good catch right there. So that's good. So you hired her. So that's good, man. You're built. Where's your office at?
Cocoa Village.
Okay.
430 Brevard Ave, Suite 140, Cocoa Village.
Nice. AJ had a couple run-ins with some people that we talked about earlier today, and those are the kind of people that I just can't stand. Do you have so you also got to interview your customers too, because you want to make sure that that you're going to do jobs and not be screwed by them. The reverse.
Yeah.
They're worried about being screwed by the contractor, but you got to worry about customers too.
Yeah, there's some shady customers out there right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, and you could do the best job, and you could do everything possible to make the job right, and they still will bash you. There's just certain people out there that just cannot give. If you ask for a survey, and there's it's 1 through 5 or 5 through 1 through 10, and you express to them, you got 10s. If there's some reason why you can't score 10, let me know why. I will make that happen. And people, nope, you're good, and they'll score you 9 and 8. There's just some people who can't score good reviews, and that is the backbone, because of, unfortunately, the internet is where people get their information from. So if you have a company that I look to see what the reviews are. If the reviews are bad, I'm like, then I'll look to see how long ago the reviews were given.
Yeah.
And if they're recent, I'm going to go, nah. So, and they don't even bring that up to the person, no matter what business it is. They won't say, hey, I've seen a lot of bad reviews. And they're going to say, well, this guy was a scumbag, and I'll tell you what happened with this guy, and it wasn't anything I did. So, but that's good, man. So when did she start working there?
Monday.
Nice. Yeah. Congratulations, Julie. You got a really good boss. He's a nice guy. And is she like going to be the office manager? You have an office
Yeah,
manager?
yeah. She's the office manager. So
is she a notary?
I don't know. But I need to get
That's
her.
a good thing to have. Yeah. You need a notary. Yeah, you got to have a notary in there.
Yeah.
What else you got, AJ? Because we're coming near to the end, and I want to get you to tell me something funny, man. we talked about the what the hell was I going? Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
They say that's the first thing that goes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man, the older you get. Hey, Bob, thanks for the compliment, man. Yeah, I mean, we're not scripted. We don't come in here with anything that's a script. Real quick, Jesse had mentioned to me something about this big bust they had over in Polk County. And everybody in Florida's got to know Polk County with Grady Judd. And anytime something goes on in there, Grady Judd is a fucking character, man. He will make you – he will humiliate you. Jesse was saying that they had one of the largest prostitution stings. And they nabbed how many, Jess?
230.
230 people. How long was the
So this sting was like a couple months.
Uh-huh. It was a couple month long sting. So you could have got yourself one of these good jobs, and then 2 months ago and feel like, hey, that was good. And then 2 months later, these bitches come knocking at your door and then bust you. They probably did a big sweep at the end of the raid, at the end of the investigation.
So they posted solicitations, and then people came.
Oh, so it was like sort of like that Dateline thing where where they were calling them in.
Sting, yeah.
Oh, so they show up there, huh?
Yeah, online sting, and people, answer the call.
Oh, I get a kick out of them. They act like, well, I wasn't here for that.
And they were from Alabama, California, all kinds of people.
Yeah.
Doctors, lawyers, police.
So real quick, I just was slipped a note.
They should just hang those scumbags right on the spot. There should be no trial.
You know what, man? Hey, legalize something. You got to legalize something, man, because you know what? They're going to do it anyways. They're going to circumvent around. They stopped Craigslist from advertising. They stopped the newspapers from advertising prostitution. You know what, man? You got to come to some agreement, man. I mean, and it's just tax it. I mean, in Palm Beach County, the strippers there, they have to have a license, an entertainment license. They got to go because it's a way to make money. They know they ain't going to pay their fucking taxes, so they'll get them on the front end where they'll say, if you want to dance in our clubs or in any club in Palm Beach County, you got to go to the clerk or wherever they go, and they got to get a stripper's license. And they got to pay. I don't know what it costs, but they got to have a stripper's license. So you can't work in a club without a license. Get all that. Independent contractor.
I never heard of that. That's funny.
So just recently in our area also, there was a big controversial thing what they were trying to rename it was called Airport Boulevard. We have an airport here. It's actually an international airport.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's Melbourne Orlando International Airport. And they have, Delta, they have Continental. It's a nice airport. It's easy access in and out. No bullshit like you get in Orlando. But they were raising a stink because they wanted to change to the Martin Luther King Boulevard from the Airport Boulevard, which has been named like that forever. And they wanted to name it after law enforcement. Some didn't they want after fallen heroes or? Yeah, no. There was another. They wanted to name a building or something. There was something they wanted to dedicate to law enforcement. But you know what, man? I mean, how many times are we gonna name something after Martin Luther King? Honestly, I'm not trying to be a jerk. But I mean, there's everything. There's Martin Luther King Boulevards in Brevard County all over. We have other ones, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Titusville, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, it's like how many? They got all kinds of. And the guy was a great guy. Okay. And we dedicated. We memorialized the guy. But I mean, can we name something else after somebody anymore?
Right.
I mean, Ross Perot died. Name it after Ross Perot. I mean, what was wrong with Airport Boulevard? And they just got it today. They just finally nailed it in stone that it's now going to be the Martin Luther King Boulevard that leads you into the airport of the Melbourne Orlando International Airport. So last notation here. Again, I'm going to just remind everybody that I'm going to be starting up, like I said, my own little executive. I hate saying executive. My own little luxury vehicle service and not luxury auto service. I don't want people to think as a mechanic. Q luxury auto service. So I got it's still under construction, but the vehicle is in hand. It's a beautiful vehicle. AJ sat in it. Producer Jesse sat in it. I'm going to be using it for Jesse and
You gonna write it off on your taxes? You're gonna
I got to LLC it. I'm gonna LLC. I was supposed to meet my accountant today, but I had a doctor's appointment. So it's gonna be LLC, and I'll be taking. Hopefully, I'll work out something with producer Jesse and Aggie K. They go to a lot of social events in this county, and we'll maybe they can help me out with a little bit of advertisement, and people are gonna, hey, I'll have my card. I can't be the cheapest. I want to be cheaper than anybody else, but I can't give it away. I mean, if you want to expect to drive in a Mercedes-Benz and need it for a night out, or if you want to go out drinking, responsible drinking. I don't want people to come in there and throw up all over the car. But, responsible adults who want to go out and not drive and not use an Uber and I will wait. I will be at your beck and call. I'm not going to drop you off and you got to get another Julio to come up to pick you up from an Uber in a Hyundai Santa Fe or a damn Gremlin or who the hell knows. I mean, it's a crapshoot. Some people did suggest Uber Select if I wanted to go out to Orlando. That is for, high-end vehicles, and they get like $2.80 a mile. But again, nice. I don't want to go out there and pound the pavement, man. I want to, I'll be easily accessible for early morning, anytime. Some people, I'll even have a package that's going to be like the casino package. If you want a couple guys, 3 guys, they want to drive to the Hard Rock and spend 2 hours of casino play and me drive you back.
Nice.
I mean, it's safe. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have a couple packages and, just daily stuff. And like I said, it's going to be very reasonable. But it's not going to be, like I said, I can't give you a Hyundai price. You're getting a luxury vehicle.
The Giants play in Tampa this year. What about tailgating? Can we fit the grill in the back or anything?
Now you're fucking pushing it. Now you're pushing it, man. Now I have to rent a vehicle to pick you up in. But so I'll be the vehicle will be ramped up, ready to go. It's like I said, it's a beautiful car. And once I get my cards going, I'll start disseminating them out. I'll start up a Facebook page. And I'll start shooting it out. And then anybody that needs vehicle service that's in this county, picked up from an airport, picked up from a cruise ship, taking them on back and forth, and there's definitely, I'll have law enforcement rates, military rates, general contractor rates, hence my boy here, Hubone, and producer Jesse rates. So before you know it, I'll be paying you to ride in my car, man. So, but. Yeah, I want everybody to keep that in mind because there's some competition out here, but they don't have the vehicle that I have and the services that I'm going to offer. I mean, it's white glove treatment, man. I'm telling you right now. So, any final thoughts, AJ, as we wrap up this evening of our broadcast?
No, I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man. AJ's always welcome, man. I'm trying to join forces with AJ and co-host and keep it as a regular co-host. I always throw that offer out there. I try to keep people that want to come on. And you know what? It's our show. It's not my show. It's our show. And if AJ wants to bring anybody on that wants to, whatever, we want to talk about anything, I'm open, man. So anybody that wants to has an interesting topic that they want to bring up and they want to maybe even join it, they live here in Brevard, you're more than welcome to join the show.
He'll pick you up. Bring
go
you to the
Bucks.
Show, do the show.
Am I taking me to Anna? I'll take wherever, Jane. Where do you need to go? We're going to wrap this session up. Producer Jesse, any final words from you, my man? No. I always want to include you because you're the man behind the curtain. You came through with a trash can. I didn't bring it up last time. The trash can's as big as a fucking Yeti cup, but it'll do. He's starting out. He's getting in the right direction, so... I want to thank everybody for joining. Tune in. I might be on next Wednesday. I'll be coming back from my cruise with my son on Wednesday out of Fort Lauderdale. So
have fun. Have a good trip.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll have a safe trip. We'll do a little gambling. We'll have fun. I'm glad I'm taking my son out for the another trip. So thanks everybody for joining. AJ, again, my man.
Love you, buddy.
Yep. I got Mike saying somebody out there saying go Bucks. The Succaneers, I say. But thanks for joining us tonight. I hope everybody has a great week, and thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for those who tune in afterwards and like the page. It's always welcome. Like I said, we're non-supported, man. It's just me, and whatever you guys can do to just keep my ratings up, that'd be much appreciated. So have a great night. Tune in next week.